Thank you for the opportunities. Let me introduce myself. My name is Nanda Suprejo. I'm from class 5 MB1, Program Study Management Business. I will presentation the first topic about Japanese food in Indonesia and the most favorite Japanese food for everyone. Japanese food is one of the foreign foods that is easily found in Indonesia. Food from Japan is served from fast food restaurants, shops, to street vendors. The 9 most popular Japanese food in the world Japanese cuisine. 1. Sushi. Sushi is a Japanese food that is very popular worldwide. In Indonesia, this food can be found in various sushi outlets. Ranging from expensive to cheap, sushi is made from rice with the addition of seafood, eggs, and fresh vegetables. Despite its simple appearance, sushi has a delicious taste. Sushi has its own taste and way of enjoying. For example, if you have eaten one type of sushi and want to try another type of sushi, it is feasible to consume gari. Gari are pink slices of ginger that are always served with sushi. Sashimi. Sashimi is another Japanese food that is almost similar to sushi, called sashimi. The difference between sashimi and sushi lies in the rice. Sashimi is a pure, raw food that does not need additional food. Just enough soy sauce and or wasabi. Sashimi is made from marine animals and there are many types. There are even some marine fish that are quite poisonous to make sashimi. But don't worry, the chef will process the fish must have a lines to be able to process it. 3. Shabu-shabu. Shabu-shabu is a Japanese specialty that contains thin slices of meat, tofu, mushroom, and vegetables. The meat commonly used is beef and sometimes chicken, fish, or octopus. Meat shabu-shabu can be enjoyed with camembert or Japanese sauce containing sesame. Usually, when visiting a shabu-shabu restaurant, visitors will get a brief education from the waiter and the shabu-shabu is cooked in a special pot. 4. Ramen. Talking about ramen, of course, you will remember the atmosphere of a roadside shop that is often seen in many Japanese cartoon series or anime. Ramen is a typical Japanese noodle, unlike udon, which has quite a large noodle size. Ramen has a medium noodle size. Ramen has many flavors to choose from and can be enjoyed with chicken stock, beef broth, pork stock, or vegetable stock. The use of topping in ramen also varies depending on taste. 5. Onigiri or rice ball are a typical Japanese food made from white rice. Unlike sushi, the method of making onigiri is to thumb the rice by hand or with a special onigiri printer. Usually, onigiri is wrapped in a sheet of nori or sweet and stuffed with shrimp or salmon then added with mayonnaise, scallions, and manteco or flying fish roux. 6. Takoyaki. Takoyaki, which means grilled octopus, is one of the typical Japanese food that are included in the snack category. Takoyaki dough is made from wheat flour, which is then poured into a special mold shaped like a half bowl basin. 7. Mochi. Mochi is a dessert that comes from Japan. Mochi is made from glutinous rice flour, which is made like a paste, which is then shaped into a slightly flattened round. In Japan, mochi is made during a traditional event called mochi suki. In the event, what makes it interesting is the making of this mochi. Traditionally, mochi is made by pounding it finely. The contents of mochi vary. Even now, there are mochi containing ice cream and chocolate. 8. Udon. Besides ramen, there is another Japanese specialty made from noodles, namely udon. Unlike ramen, udon has a large noodle size with a more chewy texture. As a complement, udon is eaten with strong dashi and Japanese soy sauce. Japanese food menu that most people like: 1. Sushi 80%, 2. Sashimi 70%, 3. Ramen 50%, 4. Shabu-shabu 20%.
And now, the next topic will be presentation by Natalie Manukang.
Thank you for the opportunity. Let me introduce myself. My name is Natalie Manukang. I'm from class 5 MB1, Program Study Management Business. Now I will presentation next topic about the benefits of Japanese food and the problem of why cause Japanese food over Indonesian food. Healthiness of Japanese food.
1. Rich in nutrients and physical compounds. The traditional Japanese diet is naturally rich in a variety of nutrients including fiber, calcium, potassium, magnesium, iron, and vitamin A, C, and E. Vegetables are one of the elements that contribute to the nutrient density of taste food and are often chewed in the shell. Eat fish and sea vegetable-based broth. This method can reduce the volume of vegetables and improve their taste, also making them easier to eat in large quantities. 2. Improve digestive health. Seaweed, soybeans, fruits, and vegetables are naturally rich in fiber which aids in digestion. Insoluble fiber will move food through the intestines and out in the form of feces which can reduce the risk of constipation. In addition, traditional Japanese food is also rich in soluble fiber which feed the good bacteria in the gut and help regulate dispatch for harmful bacteria to thrive. 3. Control your weight. The traditional Japanese diet is generally rich in vegetable, has small portion size, and is naturally low in added sugar and fat. All of these factors contribute to the low calorie in the Japanese diet. This spread increase efforting and can contribute to a deficit of calorie needed for weight loss. 4. Protect yourself from chronic disease. The traditional Japanese diet can protect against type 2 diabetes and heart disease. This is because a number of food that are consumed by many Japanese people, such as fish, seaweed, green tea, soybeans, fruits, and vegetables, are rich in nutrients but low in sugar. This factor is related to protect heart disease according to clause 1. The problem why cause Japanese food over Indonesian food? Because one of them is within familiar in the world of Japanese food, such as sushi, ramen, takoyaki, and other type of food. Of course, it is already popular in Indonesia today. Besides that, it tastes good. Japanese food is actually also included in healthy food because the Japanese always rely on the food they serve. Like then the high content of omega-3 fatty acids in it, it is good for your heart. Japanese food is many food contain sugar, while soybeans are known to have many healthy benefits, and Japanese food has advantages over Indonesian cuisine in terms of simple presentation, unique ampersand, easy to buy basic ingredients, fresh operation, and easy processing.
And now the next topic will be presentation by Monica Walanita.
Hello everyone, thank you for the opportunity. Let me introduce myself. My name is Monica Anggun Walangitan. I'm from class 5 Management Business 1, Program Study Management Business. Okay, now I will presentation the next topic about what is sushi, how to make sushi, and the diagram about sushi. Japan is famous for its culinary variety. One of the most popular around the world is sushi. Sushi is made of rice format with side dishes such as seafood, meat, and vegetable. Sushi is one of the typical Japanese dishes made of rice seasoned with vinegar, sushi and salt, and with fresh fish and fresh vegetable on top. In the future, I want to be a successful restaurant entrepreneur. I like to cook Japanese food like sushi. I learned how to cook Japanese food from the YouTube. Currently, sushi is becoming a trend among young people, which make me want to make sushi that is more interesting than the usual sushi. How to make delicious sushi? The ingredients: rice, 2 seeds of nori or seaweed, egg, cucumber, carrot, fresh raw fish, fresh vegetable, mayonnaise, and chili sauce. How to make cooking sushi? First, place a seed of nori on top of plastic wrap. Second, spread a thin layer of sushi rice over the nori. Third, add ingredients such as raw fish or raw milk, egg, carrot, cucumber, and vegetable. Fourth, gently lift the bottom of the meat up and over the sushi. Press and shape the ingredients into a tub. Roll with pressure so you get a roll. Fifth, roll until just an inch of nori shows at the top. Seal the egg of the nori with a little cold water. Firm it up by squeezing. 6. Cut the sushi rolls with a sharp knife on a cutting board. For a nice clean cut, with the knife with water each time till you make a slice. And the last 7, place the sushi slice on a plate or sushi plate. Enjoy with chili and mayonnaise. Segmentation in the form of diagram. The biggest sushi enthusiasts are among teenagers with a percentage 64%, while those who are interested in adult with a percentage of 25%. And for enthusiasts are among children with a percentage of 11%. So, if later I have achieved my goals or opening a Japanese food restaurant, I will open branches throughout Indonesia.